Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Just confirm me if you are able to hear me. Hello. Hello, friends. Just waiting for people to join in. We'll start the session. Okay, great. I think have joined in. So we'll start the session without further delay. Just don't want to delay this, and I have to certain other things also. Yeah. Okay. I'll just start with some announcement because all this Telegram and all those things, I'm just taking a break, which I had already confirmed. Social media is something which is I'll continue to do YouTube, whatever analysis I can do. You can just confirm me if you wish to receive daily analysis basis on CPR and other things, so that we will follow up this session with some learning in the live market. And uh, so the main channel will be deleted, but other discussion group we can continue. There people can interact with each other and discuss about these concepts as well, which will be helpful. Okay. So yesterday, I think Abhinav asked about how to kind of avoid the fear about the SL. So firstly, the important thing which we have to always remember is we have to always have the money which we can lose. That has to be decided, right, in the prior whenever we are taking the trade. So I always suggest that whenever you are entering any place, any trade, you should know what will be your SL or what will be the amount you can lose, right? So that is very very critical. So if at all that is the scenario, if your mind is ready with that concept, then you will not fear about the SLs or anything. So you can ask as many as questions. So that is what the explanation for yesterday's question. Um, but just keep it interactive, so that you also learn. I also learn from your things, because I follow this concept of CPR and the floor pivot points. Okay, and I think I had given these details multiple times on the channel also. So it's a very, very simple concept and simple thing to understand. Okay, because I know lots of things I have gone through, and I have multiple things I have tested, multiple things doesn't work in the market. Like that, CPR also on certain days may not work. So that SLs, you have to keep it in mind, right? You cannot always have trades giving you profits. So somewhere, if we understand that, I think mostly you will be ready for the stock market. So just wanted to check on an overall thing for this year, how many of you are in profit? You can also share me what all concepts you are using for your trades, because I see some charts which you have, some of you are posting on different concepts, right? So where it is opening, how it is opening, and all that. Just asking few questions so that you also get warmed up for the session, because I don't want this is one sided. You can post your uh, messages on the chat, YouTube chat. Okay. So Abhinav has confirmed he's not profitable. The YouTube chart, you can use it so that it will be easier for me to also monitor. Um, so okay, let's start the session. If at all there are no further questions or anything which is there, so I'll just give my view to you on how the CPR I look at it. Okay, there are different concepts. There are books which are written, and there are multiple other people using CPR in a different ways. Okay, I'm just sharing you my way of trading and my view on how I use CPR for my trading. So now on this chart, you will be able to see a yellow zone, which is a CPR, right? If at all people are not aware of the CPR zone, this is basically central pivot point. So generally, pivot points, whatever we use, we get only this midline, right? So this is an extension of the same pivot point. Okay. So we get to know from first important thing what we understand is from this width of this pivot. Okay, we get to know whether it is a trending market or a sideways market. Now this is well known fact, right? Because I think this would have been explained with multiple people on multiple places in the book also. So what happens is when we have a sideways or this was like a wider CPR, right? So what we are seeing is basically an CPR which is confirming us it will be a sideways momentum. Okay. Now this one was more of a trending. Okay. So trending, what happens is mostly most people understand this as a most people will understand this as a one-sided move, right? Yes, the one-sided moves also will come, but what will happen is there will be certain places it will go faster. So basically, this smaller CPRs, which is confirming us there will be a faster moves on this day. Okay, so trending does not mean anything. Trending, it can go up towards maybe R4 or S4 or S3 R3, but it can reverse with the same momentum. So basically we can expect the momentum in the market. Okay, if it is wider CPR, it is basically the slower momentums, right? Because why this CPR gets formed like this wider and narrow is basically basis on the now you know the concept of this CPR and floor pivots, right? The floor pivots gets calculated basis on your yesterday's momentum, right? So if at all yesterday's the momentum is bigger, your CPR will be bigger, right? If at all you have a range which is a smaller range like this, like it's a smaller range, so your CPR becomes a narrow CPR, right? So it's not a rocket science, the simple concept, right? So firstly, we have to identify where the CPR is. Okay, one is what is the width of the CPR. Second thing is where the CPR is. So basically, if it is ascending CPR, we know it is a bullish market. If it is a descending CPR, we know it is a bearish market. Okay. Now, if you look at last few days, the CPR is all over the places, right? It is, the CPR, one CPR was around here. Okay. One CPR was around this place. Okay. Now, suddenly there is a gap down opening. Okay. So, all the CPR lines are kind of broken already, right? So, if it is a big gap down like this, we know what we have to do. That also I'll explain you later. Now, in this scenario, if you look at it, one day it is in RCPR because this range was, in a smaller this thing. So we had a CPR. This is not, I would not say it is a narrow CPR. It was still wide only because it was a big momentum day, right? If you consider with this, definitely this is a smaller CPR if you see. But this is a normal scenario. This is a, wide CPR only. Narrow CPRs you will see in this kind of scenarios. I'll show you the narrow CPR, how it looks like. See, now this was a narrow CPR. Right? This one here was a narrow CPR. Okay. I hope you are able to see the screen. Okay. So now, first thing, when we have seen the CPR, okay. So basically the question is how this narrow CPR is based on yesterday's price action. Okay. So see, basically how this CPR is calculated. Basically, it is calculating your open, high, low, close, right? So all these 4 points it is capturing somewhere, right? So when you have a range on the earlier day, right? Now here, if you see, now this one was a big range, right? It was a big one-sided trending move. What happened on the next day? The CPR become wider, right? So when we are calculating open, high, low, close, definitely that range will be much bigger, right? So your floor pivots, the S1, R1s also will be far off, right? I hope you are getting it. Okay, when that is a narrow CPR, the ranges also will be closer. So if you see a little narrow CPR here, the S1 is around here. Okay, S2 is around here, S3 is around here. Okay, so basis on that calculation, we know what kind of momentum would be there. Yes. So Now this is a good question. Uh, See, there would be a possibilities on a narrow CPR. You might see a sideways market. Okay, on a wider CPR, you might see a momentum. That is also possible. Okay, but overall, whatever, see, it is, those will be the exceptional cases, right? If the market is in a trending mode, okay, like we had seen some good up moves till now, right? So when it is a trending move, it will continue to do a momentum on the one side, right? So those days, what will happen is the CP width of the CPR is only giving us what we can expect for the day. Okay, and then I will tell you how to use it also. Okay, so this is for time being. You can see that there's a concept of what is narrow, what is wide, and what we can expect. Okay, and the way I look at it, CPR. Okay. So basically trending, what is a trending move? Now don't look at the number of candles going up and down here and there. Okay. Don't look at that from that point of view. If that is the understanding you have, you will never be able to understand the CPR concept. Okay. So my basic thing I'll tell you is when we have a narrow CPR. Okay. Narrow CPR, what happens is I will okay, I'll explain you in a different way. Okay. When say consider you have a narrow CPR on a day. Okay, and the market is like this. Now you have a narrow CPR. Okay, now you are saying, okay, it's a narrow CPR. Mitesh, you are saying narrow CPR, right? But market has moved like this up and down. There was a there was a momentum in different places. But now here, just observe one thing. What is happening? Okay, now this one is your S1. Okay, this one is your S2. Okay, S1 is basically support 1, S2 is basically support 2. Okay, now what has happened on this day? Market opened around the CPR only, right? And what it has done? Just go in. Okay, so look at it. Now what has happened? It is opened below the CPR, right? I know it is a narrow CPR for me, right? So on a narrow CPR, my range is increased. Increased to what? Maybe S2, okay? Maybe S3, just because it has opened below the CPR. So it becomes my one is it is negative, right? So whenever there is a narrow CPR, I know it can go through it just like cross this and just go through, right? But what will happen now? I'll tell you how to identify these trades, right? Now it has opened below the CPR. Okay, first trade is first place is on a negative side. Okay? It is below the CPR, so it is a negative. Okay, so for me, it would be a negative day and I can expect put entry, right? If market is going down, definitely we are buying put only, right? We are not buying calls, right? Now, what it has done, the first range, it has gone to S1. Now it has gone to S1, right? What it has done, it has come down, taken the S1 support, went to CPR again. Now what is happening? This is a sure shot selling point for me, right? Now I'm using 3 minute chart. You can use 5 minutes, 1 minute, whichever ways you want, right? So initial volatility, especially on Thursdays and all that thing, I even go back to 1 minute chart just to see the price action in that scenario, right? Now what has happened? Again, it got rejected. Again, it came down, right? So what was the first range? Now you will be surprised what was happening. See, you mark support, resistance, all that concepts, right? Now here you see what was happening. Here it is what market was doing basically. till the time all that confirmation was happening, it is taking support at this place, resistance at the CPR. So it has built a range, right? Now again it has come down, given me a doji or inverted hammer kind of thing, right? My put entry, right? This is a good initial volatility, even if you leave it. Now you got what entry here? This is a short entry. This is a good entry, right? Because here the market came, suddenly dropped. Now here market came, suddenly went up, right? So definitely in this volatility, even if you would have taken any trades, you wouldn't have been. Or else you take the entry around this place, right? And you keep the SL just above this mid of the CPR, right? If at all your SL is not hit here, you can continue holding your trade, right? Because it's a narrow CPR, what I'm expecting is a move towards S2 or S3, right? So SL is how much? 258 to 272, which is almost what, 30 points SL, approximately 25 to 30 points SL, right? 30 points SL you're taking. Target is what? Because it's a narrow CPR, I'm considering S2 as a target, right? You can do scalping also, like this moment, this moment, this moment also you can scalp, right? But what is happening now here, after 3 touches, it is clearly telling me it's a negative market. Here also, if you are taking an entry, your target is here, okay? This SL continues, okay? And then what you are getting? Momentum from 251 till 120, almost 130 points, SL of 20 points. Remember that, okay? 30 points, which is 1:5 momentum, okay? Now what it has done? Now it has built a negative sentiment, right? Now always remember this concept, whatever I use, okay? Generally on a narrow CPR days, but even in a normal scenario, also on a wider CPR days also, if at all markets are trending or whatever it is, your S2 or R2 becomes your reversal points, okay? One trade it will definitely give you, okay? There might be certain SLs which will, if the market is in a super bullish mode or super bearish mode, it will not stop at that point. It will straight away go through. But mostly on 70 to 80% of the time, you will see markets reversing from S2. Okay. So now here I have got a very good confirmation, right? What it is showing me? What it is now just look at closely with the candles. Okay, what it is telling you. Then you will be able to understand the CPR concepts. Okay. Now here, what has happened on the CPR level exactly? Sorry, CPR level I'm saying. S2 level exactly. Okay. This one was a point. What it has done? There is a long wick. This is how you have to understand, what is happening. Now here we have seen a long wick. Here we have seen a long wick. Long wicks are basically what? Either the buying orders or selling orders. Right? So these wicks will tell you where the supports and resistances are there. Okay. Now you just mark this wick and mark this wick. This is a very simple way of identifying what is happening. Now what it has done? It has given you one move from here. Okay. Your SL would be little big. So here you have to adjust with your quantities. Okay. If you're taking 4 lots, you can take only 2 lots, because your SL is what? Even if you're taking 140, 140 to 20 points SL, right? Why I'm saying that your quantity has to be less, because from morning the price action, it has given me a negative sentiment. So when I'm buying a call, it is basically what I'm trying to do. I'm going against the trend, right? So whatever pullback is coming, my first target has to be S1. Second target has to be CPR, right? So this is how I will see the market. Okay. Now this was one day. Okay. Now you will tell me, okay, now what is happening? The initial momentum, generally, if you observe, around 9:50 to 10:15, you will get one move which is deciding the market uh, decision. Okay. Initial volatility will be there, up and down momentum will be there, but at 10 o'clock, 9:50, you will get one momentum. Now this is a secret which I use it. So generally, if you see 9:50, this is the 9:50. 9:50 to what? 10 o'clock. Momentum done. Okay. Now what it has done? It has went above this place, right? Again, our wick area, wick zone, selling area, right? Again, long wick formed, right? What has happened? Again, come back to the same CPR, S2 point, right? Again, long wick area. Again, here also there was a wick, right? What market is doing? Exactly coming, touching this area, and zoom again towards the weak area, right? So this is what we observe on the CPR front. Okay, now probably you will understand what I'm saying from a normal wider CPR and a narrow CPR. Any doubts till now? Are you getting it or not getting it? At least let me know on the YouTube chat so that you know I can move forward from here. Okay, so no questions. So I'll go ahead with this. Okay. Now what happens? Initial momentum, whatever we had to do. Okay, we got this momentum in first half, right? Now what it has done, because it was a Thursday, I'm taking Thursday expiry because expiry days most of the people trade, right? Now, simple thing what I do is generally I'll mark yesterday's wicks also. These are my zones basically. Okay, just to see what is there. Okay, so that's why you would see some areas where it is taking support and resistance and all that thing. There is a supply zone, demand zones, and all this thing, right? You would hear me talking about this, right? Now, what has happened in this scenario? It has gone up. It has not touched the R1 because from morning the sentiment was negative only, right? It has tried to give a breakout, right? Because multiple times it has touched. So this area has become weak. One breakout, right? Trapping move. Now yesterday's zone is here. Okay. Anyways, I will not take any trade here. Okay. Maybe I can get a trade here because it was Thursday. I will go with 1 minute chart and all that thing, right? I can see a momentum till here. Okay. Now, if you remember, I was talking about a call, right? We took some hero or zero call. Okay. It failed. No doubt. See, there are multiple places it will fail. Now, with the kind of price action which is shown in the market, definitely we will see some kind of actions like this. Okay. Now here I expected, because multiple times it has taken the support around this area, I was expecting this bounce till almost 206 or 256, this area, because this was the range, right? So ideally, whoever is sitting here, maybe this 100 ka put writer and 200 ka call writer, or 200 250 ka call writer, this is what they would have decided the range. They will take it, stretch it, come back again inside that zone. So somewhere I was expecting around this 200 to 220 is ideally should be a good closing level. Okay. Unfortunately, selling came in. Fine. It has given us a SL. So it was anyways a hero or zero, right? So this one was one day. We have seen an example of narrow CPR, right? Now we will see wide CPR. Okay, when I'm explaining it, you will be able to understand it little better. Okay, why I'm saying narrow CPR, wide CPR, and all that thing. Okay, because everybody talks about narrow CPR, wide CPR, but they don't understand how to use it. Okay, now wide CPR. What is happening on wide CPR? Wide CPR, I'm simply expecting market to play whatever instrument it might be. You put this into crude or any stock for that matter, you will find this working in every other every other stock or anything. Okay. Now wide CPR, my simple funda, what I use it is, you use only R1 and S1 as a range for that day. Okay, market might go to S2, R2, R3, whatever levels. I have decided, okay, on this day, I am expecting a range. So I will take, number one, I'll take only scalping trades. I'll not wait for the targets to achieve. Okay, 20 points, 30 points, you get good scalping, get it and get out of it. Okay, so you are not trying to get into bigger trade. Okay, wider narrow CPR, I can expect the target of S2, R2, if at all I'm getting a entry at a CPR. Okay, but on a wider CPR, it is only scalping. Okay, now mostly you would say 50 to 60% of the time it is a wide CPR only, right? Wide or a medium CPR. Okay, so now what has happened? My range, if I have decided that it is only R1, okay, I am not interested in buying a call around this area. Absolutely not interested. Okay, after that, what I will do? My interest is only if I get an entry at R1. Okay, if I get an entry at R1, okay, I will be selling. It's a scalping entry. Remember, I will not even wait for the CPR. 20, 30 points if I get it. I'm happy on the options. And generally, I play with a deep in the money options. At least 100 points inside the money, right? So, my trades on this day is very simple. I will sell at R1. I'll buy at CPR. Are you getting this? Wide CPR. You can make a note. You can go through this video later also. It will be available on YouTube. Okay. You go through this video, you will understand this concepts when you see this on the chart, or if you have a chart in front of you, it would be great. Okay. So you can practice it also. You can see different charts also. Okay. And if you have any stocks or anything which you want me to check, or maybe bank Nifty also we will check, or whatever instruments you want to check, we will check that as well. Okay, just to have a confirmation, right? So now what has happened in this scenario? We got one entry, small SL. what I'm waiting for? A long wick, right? Or else if I get an entry, here, right, my SL will be just above this. Okay, quick scalping. Okay, maybe if you want to keep smaller SL here, okay, SL taken still. Okay, I know for sure it is a market which is gonna play in the range, right? So I have taken the entry here. My scalping is done. This one was how much move? Okay, I generally find out these kind of wick candles. So my SL becomes little safer. Okay, if I find some candles which are even though it is a big candle, but it is not worth it. Whenever there is a wick, basically somebody has got trapped, or there are some limit orders or some certain things which are there. Okay, that one will give you almost 70 to 80% of the time it will give you good moves only. Okay, now here one momentum is done. Okay, now here what has happened, just closer to the CPR, I got engulfing candle. Okay, not only CPR but price action also we are seeing, right? I see engulfing candle. Okay, if I get engulfing candle, okay, simple thing, I'll wait for the retracement. Okay, so my SL becomes little smaller. Okay, so when the retracement is happening, 198 to 184, 20 points SL is 12 points only, 20 points you consider. Okay, target is what? Simple R1. Now in this chart it might look like, okay, small target, right? But what has happened in this, 205 to 264, this is 60 points. In this volatility it is 60 points. Now am I buying at this point? Answer is no. Whatever this movement might be, this would have gone to 60, 70, 80 points also. No problem. I don't want to capture each and everything in this market, right? My simple funda is, again, this place it is coming. Okay, quick scalping, 20, 30 points you got it. Okay, again this point it is coming, again 20, 30 points. Okay, now here one engulf candle is there. This one again I'll mark it as a zone. Simple, right? After that, what will happen? Again, this place I know some support is there. Okay, one green candle, small SL, entry. Target is R1 or scalping. Is it easy to understand? Half an hour session, guys. Responses are hardly there on the YouTube chart. So I just hope you understand everything or you don't understand anything. Okay. So do you want me to continue in this volatile sessions only? Or you want me to go back to some days when it was like this? Okay, now this is a good this thing. What will happen on this day? Yeah, that one also we will do it. Injection day candle. Okay. So now this day, narrow CPR, everybody is super bullish. Gap up opening, right? What is my funda? R2, rejection. What has happened here? long wick, right? Market's coming down. Target is one is here, second is a CPR. Do you think this one will help anywhere in your trading? Okay, now take this example. Morning CPR, narrow CPR day, right? Inside CPR is another concept. Okay, so you consider this as an entry, right? Went up in your favor, right? After that, what happened? SL. So till that time, you don't understand to take this SL. Okay, you will have to take this SL. You cannot consider. See, market. What could happen is market can continue to go like this. Okay, then it might reverse like this. Then it might again further go down, right? Right? If you take this SL, okay, you will have a regret here that why did I take the SL? I would have just waited for this candle. But if at all, after this candle, if the straight candle would have come and gone here, you would have taken a very big SL. Because when you are taking, okay, entry at this point or this point, okay, your SL has to be the midline or the below line, right? It is a SL hunting day, right? But you have to take this SL. The day you learn to take this SL, you will become profitable. Okay. Now here you take another entry. Okay. First target is R1. Now you will tell me that okay, R1 ideally you should be expecting R2. Narrow CPR, right? Okay. Profit booking is important. Now understand 885 to 952. This is almost 50-60 points. On options, if you get 30 points also, isn't that a good day? Okay, one SL would have gone. Definitely, yes. Some 30 points SL would have gone, 30 points, you would have made the money. That's it. Would have been your day, which is, cost to cost. Isn't it? Or if you have taken the entry, even if you're waiting for R2, max to max, by end of the day, you would have got good momentum. This is how you have to trade. Okay. Now, this is a very good example. Okay. Again, here, what has happened? You guys have to observe and tell me what was the thing here. Now, it is opened below the CPR, right? Red candle, superb, right? Super red candle, right? The put entry, immediate put entry. What is happening? Market is reversing and going up. Okay. If you are taking entry here, first candle only, okay, thinking CPR, it is opened, right? Negative candle, it is formed. It is a entry which is selling. What has happened here? Understanding? The long wick. Okay. The first candle is telling me it's a long wick on the downside. Somebody is buying. Where it is confirmed? This is also yesterday's long wick. Isn't it? So you want to sell it here? And even if you take it, take the SL, this candle high will be your SL, and this one will be rejection, came down, again tested this long wick, again found a long wick, long wick, retesting long wick. What market is telling you now? If you only use CPR as a blind CPR thing, you might have little more SLs. But the concepts which I'm explaining you here, if you use that, you will only cut down your SLs. I can't tell you that, okay, you will have a zero SLs. It is impossible to have a zero SLs, right? Zero SLs cannot happen, but you have to learn to take the SLs also, right? Now, long wicks are telling me that, okay, I have to be little careful when I'm taking a short entry on the CPI, right? Now, these are the days what happens is your different concepts you will have to use it. Okay. Now, I told you long wick, exactly, right? Now, here what has happened? This CPR, this CPR. Now, this CPR is above this CPR or below, right? So, it's a bullish market. This one is giving you bullish confirmation. Okay. Now, what I will do, okay, in this kind of day, I'll wait for this zone to break. Then, anyways, I know I have a decent target, or maybe I'll only do scalping. I can only do scalping, no problem. One day, if I don't get the trades, also I'm fine, right? Now, what is happening? It is again and forming a long wick. See that long wick candle, engulfing candle. If these two, if you understand or if you use it properly, your half of your SL definitely will come down. Right? So now here what has happened? Broken the this thing. Till the time CPR is not broken, I will not take any. I will continue to watch for this negative trade because market is still showing in a negative side of a CPR, right? It is basically below the CPR. So definitely I'll not take any entry. Now short entry, I have to take it only at this point, which is 800 has broken. Basically what it is telling you that this is actually 800. Somebody is doing a put rating, right? Then after that, what has happened? Here you get this at the CPR. Above the CPR, you get an entry. Target is R1. You can say, okay, it can go to this place, but I will wait for confirmation, right? My first target is done around this point, okay, or this point, whatever you consider small targets not achieved, or here it has achieved the target, then again came down, okay. This considering market has taken a bullish view, I'll not, maybe I'll not take. I'm telling you what I follow. Whatever you want to do, you can decide as per your choice, right? Now, here what is happening? This place, it has come down. Fine. Not interested. Okay. This trade, I'm not interested. I might miss out. Then here what I will do? Again, waiting for confirmation. Long wick candle. This wick low will be my SL. Again, target this. Now, this one is interesting. Okay. Now, this one, is interesting. Now you have extremely wide CPR, one trending move, I guess, on the before Monday. Right? Once strong move, right? Some 400 points come move. Market opens at wide CPR, so I know market is open. Now, is that now this place is telling me I'm taking different examples, okay, so that you understand what is happening. Now, this is the place you got this entry, right? You will say, okay, this is the place I got long wick confirmation, right? But what I told you, white CPR, only scalping, right? If I get R1 entry, okay, fine. Now there was a zone here, okay, which is broken. R1 entry, small SL, target is what. When you see these kind of movement on the charts, right, you might find it like, okay, one or, it's very small move and all that thing, right? Now another one concept, okay, one last concept for the day. Then after that, you decide what we have to do, right? So look at the concept. I told you generally reversals will happen from S2 or R2, right? Now here, big gap down opening. Everybody wants to sell. Okay, below this area also, all that ranges are broken. Everything is broken, right? Now what we are doing? We will wait for the break of this S2. If the S2 is broken, okay, fine. I'm going to get this kind of entry. But generally, these are reversal points. Right? So what I will do, I'll wait for this confirmation. Now here what happened? Now S2 engulf candle, wick, double confirmation, right? Entry, target, right? After this, what has happened? Some supply zone, okay? Long wick is there, supply zone is there, okay? Negative sentiments, right? If you want, you can take a small trade around this area, right? Maybe the SLs would have hit, SL would have hit here, right? After that, this becomes my zone. This becomes my zone, right? What it has done, no candle closing below this. It has built a support, right? Entry, target is CPA. This simple it can become. Okay. So this is what I am just giving you different insights. Okay, what could happen? What could be the scenarios? Okay, how do we kind of use CPR? Not like wherever whatever we use CPR and okay CPR is not working or whatever it is, those kind of concepts. Only thing is you have to observe what is happening in the market. And one more request to everybody is try avoiding different indicators, different things on the chart. Okay, if you really ask me, I'll show you something. Now same CPR indicator, okay, multiple things are there. Okay, this one will also give you even the gaps and yesterday's high lows and all that. Okay, yesterday's high low I used to use it at a one point of time, but after that I have stopped using it. Okay? Because that is additional confirmation or additional thing for me, which I don't want to use it. My CPR floor pivot points are more than enough for me to give the trades. Okay, so no problem. What I have to do is basically, now here you see multiple levels. You will see. Okay, now you see what is happening. You have many levels which are coming in. Okay, this broken, this, all that things have happened, right? Now yesterday ka one trade I told you. Okay, I didn't post it anywhere or anything. I did on the Telegram, but now see, so many levels, so many things which are there, right? Yesterday, how smartly you have to use it is what I'm trying to show you. Okay, now what has happened yesterday? No trade day. Friday opened, no R2. Ideally, market wider CPR. Ideally, selling point is only below this 277. Target would have been 208, right? Now, what has happened in this scenario? Okay, fine. Things have not worked out. And now, yesterday I told you I bought a call. Why? You're understanding why I bought a call. You're getting this first candle, long wick. Okay, you can take a long entry here if you wish. Okay, small scalping. The wide CPR day, only scalping, right? After that, this place I did not take any trades. Okay, there was actually a zone at this point somewhere. There was a zone around this area, which is I think on a 1 hour chart or daily chart, which is not there. Okay. Now, what I did was, why my SL was small. Now, what was my entry point? I'll show you here. Long wick. Okay, I got one good, decent green candle at this point. You would not believe my SL was hardly 6 points on options, right? It made me cry because option movements were not there. And this was the point. Okay, I not this point actually. This somewhere around this point. Okay, I booked it. I got a exit at around 260, which was 40 points movement on a day where there was no trade at all, right? So this is what the concepts you have to use it. If you understand these concepts, you will be able to make money very easily. You don't have to struggle. Your SLs will be limited, right? Just this concept, you see how many times it is helping. Okay, this short entry, you would say this short entry and all this, where you are getting confirmation, yeah, where you would understand where there's a short or whatever it is. Okay, fine, it is stretching. Maybe it would have gone to this place. Fine, I would have got a short entry. I would have taken, because it's a wide CPR. R2 is like extreme. See, basically, you understand on wider CPR, your R1 itself is overbought. Okay, these levels, you would be finding this thing, right? You would be using RSIs, right? Overbought, oversold. Okay, do you see any chart, anything RSI or anything on my chart? Nothing. My price itself, this pivot point itself is telling me it's a overbought or oversold zones. And I know my SLs, where the SLs are small SLs, right? Bottom entry, okay, fine. And now I'll tell you why what my target was. Okay, sideways day, simple concepts. You'll have to understand this. Okay, sideways day, right? What was the range? It has given a false breakout. First criteria itself is if it is above R1, I'm not buying on a wider CPR day, right? I'm not buying here, right? Let it go wherever it is. Okay, this thing long wick and all that thing. Okay, you got one scalping move, fine. Okay, done, closed, right? After that, it has come down. Okay, this also I have missed it. Okay, no problem, right? At the bottom, I know this is the thing. Generally, what would happen on a big candle day when the markets are sideways? Market will try to stay inside this range. So basically, it's a straddle day. So calls and puts both will be written on almost on the similar kind of place. So maybe 350. I don't know. I am not seeing the option chain most of the time, but yesterday maybe this would have been the range for them. So 350 call, 350 put, both would have been written, or maybe 400 call and 300 put would have been written. So both are earning till the time. Now why this is what I was looking at as a target. Now, no option movement happened after that. This is a different thing. But this is how you can take entries. Is this session really helping you? You have to let me know so that, because these concepts, I used to teach it in a different forum. This concepts, I'm just giving it as a last this thing because maybe I'll not be active on telegrams and all that thing. But if you understand these concepts, it will be a different thing altogether. And this training nobody will give you. Okay, this is all live learning. It is all charts reading. For I think multiple years I have been doing this. Okay, this concepts and all that thing. So you just have to see these concepts, use it in the live market, and then you tell me whether it will make you profitable or not. See, there are multiple options like mock stock and other places where you can do even trading, basically mock trading, not putting a live your real money, and use it in that particular thing. See on options, because you will say, okay, options to it that moment did not come, right? But here, what was my small SL, right? 6 points SL. Even if I give it, it's okay. Whatever might be the quantity, 6 points you have decided. Okay, you have taken 500 quantity, 6 points is 3,000 rupees. You have decided. Okay, fine. What you got? 40 points, which is almost 20,000 rupees. So that's how you have to use these concepts. Okay, use this concept, see what is happening, what kind of, you know now you see only wicks. Okay, long wick. Again here long wick. What was happening exactly in that wick area? This is your liquidity point. Every time it is coming, getting sold off. Every time it is coming, getting sold off. Then it gave a breakout. Again, this long wick ka high. Even if you don't consider first candle, long wick ka high, again selling point. So these are, again, people will tell you in a different liquidity concepts, this concepts and that concepts. These are only price action concepts for me. I don't understand all other things, but these wicks will tell you basically who is defending what areas. If it is broken, definitely the movement also will be very big, right? So once it is broken, it will definitely give you very, very big momentums. But generally, knowing Indian markets, they will always play with that thing. So whatever these levels are, anyways, the markets will come down and close below that only. Okay. So CPR is simple, only one chart, nothing else I have put in. Okay, no RSIs also. Earlier I used to use RSIs also. Now I'm not using RSIs also. So look at these zones, look at these, the long wick. It is trying to give this thing. SL is gone. Okay, fine, no problem. Right? Long wick, selling point exactly at the long wick, selling point. Right? Now here long wick, bounce. Whenever it comes to this, see here another long wick was formed, right? selling point. You sell it with this high. That's it. Small SLs. You don't need to see OIs. You don't need to see all other concepts. If you use this one plain simple price action thing, only two things: long wick candles is what you have to identify. You market yesterday's call levels also with the long wicks, because those are the levels which they will try to defend it. If the breakout is coming, you wait for the retest to happen on those levels. It will definitely help you. Okay. So any questions till now? Because my part is done. I have given you some eye opener session so that you understand what I am doing, how I am seeing the markets. Definitely on options, prices might go up and down here and there. Definitely, you will have to believe on the levels which are there on the mark. Sometimes the options may not move as per your this thing. The only thing is you'll have to remember these things and try practicing it, because definitely practice will help you in a live market, because nothing else can help you. I'll wait for maybe another 1 minute for the questions, if at all any. Then I'll take it. Otherwise, anyways, people who have missed out or anything, also you can go through this videos again, see the concepts, put it on your charts, see what is there. I'll try to put on a daily charts what what would be, what was the day kind of thing, and where the trades were, how the trades have planned out, where the SLs went, where the targets hit, and all that concepts. Okay, I will try to put it. I cannot guarantee, but maybe end of the day or something, so that you also learn and practice it more. Okay. So that's it, guys. I think not many questions. People are very shy to ask questions. Either they have not understood anything, so that's fine. But let me know anything which is there. Telegram group also we can discuss. So maybe this main channel will be closed soon, maybe by end of the day. But our chat group will be open, where we can discuss these concepts. Okay. So thank you, guys. Thank you for joining in. Do let me know your feedback and the session. I hope it will help you in making some money in the stock. Okay, guys. Thank you. Have a nice weekend. Bye, guys.